We are going to learn person of unsound mind. Now, we have already learned persons of unsound mind are capable or not capable? Not capable of entering into contract. If they enter into agreement, they will not be valid. If they are not valid, it will become a void agreement. Now we know that both the parties should be capable of entering into contract. So even if one of the party is not capable of entering into contract, then also the agreement will be a void agreement. So let us understand one particular point in person of unsound mind. Say Amir Khan, this is a photograph from a famous movie Ghajini. If the doctor gives a certificate that this person is of sound mind, and there's a certificate by doctor, so we will not be challenging that certificate, is it alright? That he is of sound mind from 8 a.m. morning to 5 p.m. evening, and he is of unsound mind from 5 p.m. to 8 a.m. next day. This certificate is given by doctor. We are not logically thinking whether this type of certificates are can be issued or are valid or not. This certificate is issued, and we know that this person Amir Khan is of sound mind from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and 5 p.m. to 8 a.m. Now, will you tell this person is of unsound mind? The answer is yes, because he is unsound mind during some period of time. Will you tell this person of sound mind? Yes, because he is also of sound mind during some period of the day. Is it alright? So, what does law says? A person can enter into contract if normally he is of unsound mind, but at the time of entering into an agreement he is of sound mind. So any agreement by Amir Khan between 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. will become a valid contract. And any agreement between 5 p.m. to 8 a.m. because he was of unsound mind will become void agreement. Alright, so even if a person is for sound state of mind for 5 minutes, during that 5 minutes he may enter into contract, and that contract will be a valid contract. So let us understand this statement. A person who is usually of unsound mind can enter into contract when he is in the sound state of mind. A person who is in a sound state of mind cannot enter into a contract when he is of unsound mind. Is it all? So this statement should be understood. Okay. So who is a person of unsound mind? Doctor giving certificate he is of unsound mind. Number two, he is drunk. He has taken too much of alcohol or any other drugs. He is not mentally stable. Try to understand, even getting a very high fever, your mind might not be working correctly, and you might be certified as a person of unsound mind during that period of time. Is it alright? So even high fever, you are angry. Anger is also one type of state of person with unsound mind. Is it all? So a person with unsound mind is not capable of entering into contract. Both the parties should be capable of entering into contract. So a contract to become a valid contract, both the parties should be of sound mind. This was concept of person of unsound mind. So third persons disqualified. These are not one category of persons. They are different categories of persons, but they are disqualified by Indian law. So in India, this type of persons are disqualified by law. Is it all right? So many of this persons are disqualified by law to enter into only some types of contract, not all. Now, wherever this disqualification is written, it is not written in Indian Contract Act. Indian Contract Act just says that if it is disqualified, this person is disqualified by other laws in India, then this type of persons cannot or not capable of entering into contract, or are not capable of entering into some specific type of contract as at all. That is, learn one by one some of the persons who are disqualified by law as at all. First are foreign ambassadors. Now, he is Mr. Donald Trump. He is president of USA. He is not ambassador. But who are foreign ambassadors? Say there will be an embassy of USA in India. There will be persons working in that USA embassy, which is situated, say, in Delhi. That ambassadors will be paid by USA government. They will be taking care that the persons who are traveling to USA or going to USA is having visa, and all these procedures will be done by USA embassy. Is that all right? So the persons who are working over there are not employee of India. They might be even citizen of USA. Is that all right? So that type of persons are restricted to enter into some types of contract. I'm not saying they are generally restricted to enter into any type of contract. They are restricted to enter only into some types of contract. They are foreign ambassadors disqualified by law for entering into some types of contract. Foreign alien enemy. Here alien practically does not mean actual alien, alright, but any foreign persons who is not of India, in law he is termed as foreign alien. Enemy, the person's country, the India is in state of war, then that person will be termed as foreign alien enemy. We will be learning this in legality of object also, so we are not going over here in detail. So this building is Bhavnagar Municipal Corporation. Now, corporations are restricted into entering into some types of contract. Again, they are not generally restricted to enter into all types of contract, but as this institution should work for the welfare of people, they cannot do some of the activities which are profit making, or the objective is not social welfare. Is it alright? So if Bhavnagar Municipal Corporation wants to open a sports complex, they might be able to open it. But if they want to open a casino, they cannot open it. Is it alright? So Bhavnagar Municipal Corporation again is restricted to enter into some types of contract. So understand, they are not generally, they can enter into some contracts, but some of the contracts they are restricted. Now which contract they can enter, which contract they cannot enter is not right now our question, so we will not be learning it. Convex. So which was this point? Corporation. Convicts. Convicts are the persons who has already been proved in court of law that they have done some crime, and so convicts are also restricted for entering into some types of contract. They are generally restricted to enter into maximum of contracts, but convicts are also one of the persons who are disqualified by laws. Again, insolvent. Again, understand, you'll have to go to insolvency law and understand which type of contracts they are restricted and which type of contracts they are not restricted. They are not generally restricted to enter into all types of contract, right? So they can enter into some contract, they cannot enter into some contract. So we'll be learning this or writing 5 particular points in this case: foreign ambassadors, foreign alien enemy, corporations, convicts, and insolvents are some of the persons disqualified by law. This was capacity of party, all 3 points.